All right, first and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing this truth and sincerity by Shem qadash. The title of this video is going to be that when I do good, evil is present. And as you journey through this walk, okay, having this truth, you realize that when you do good, evil's gonna be present, man. You could be on fire. You could be doing all the things, okay, that you're supposed to be doing, as a man of Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi, but inevitably evil is present, man. Inevitably we go off, and that's what this video is going to be about, sometimes, you straight, you know, are just doing it, you know, but then as soon as you least expect it, man, you go off, man. This is Romans 7:21. I find in a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. Okay, and I got the New Living Translation on the right. It says, I have discovered this principle of life, that when I want to do what is right, I inevitably do what is wrong. Right. Inevitably, man, you can't avoid it. Sooner or later, you're gonna go off, man. You know. And it sucks, man. To put it plainly. Because we're spiritual, man, and we see the error of our ways, you know. So it says, I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me, man. And evil is present, man. It's everywhere. Satan is like a roaring lion seeketh whom he may devour. So we have to always stay on our toes and know that, man, don't give up the fight, man. Just because you fall, the scriptures say a righteous man falleth down 7 times, but get it back up, you know. Because ultimately we're in these bodies, man, you know. So when you come into the knowledge, man, know these scriptures. This is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right, prepare your soul for temptation, man. Because evil's gonna be present, man. Even when you do good, even when you're on fire, no matter how many years you've been in this truth, you're gonna find yourself going off, man. But this is all in the scriptures. Okay? So Lord willing, this video be edifying. I'm gonna continue. This is the book of Jude 1 and 6, because ultimately we're in these bodies, man. Ultimately we're in captivity. Okay, we have this truth in this wicked world. We know the world is full of evil. Okay, it's Jude 1:6, and the angels were kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation. He hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the day, unto the judgment of the great day. You see, the angels which kept not the first estate. What was that? Being judges and rulers. Okay, the Alahayim. You know, that was our first estate. But we ultimately, okay, through the fall of Adam. Okay, sin crept into the world, all right, and we all essentially we went off, man. And we were, as one point we were gods. We've been reduced to what? These everlasting chains of darkness, which are these bodies, man, unto the judgment of the great day. Okay, let me get this. This is Romans 8:20. It says, for the creature was made subject to vanity. Right. So when we were made, when man was made, and he ultimately went off, we were made subject to vanity, man. Salakia.
Strong's G 3153, Matayates. Matayates.
Right, us being in these chains of darkness, we ultimately are devoid of truth, man, and appropriateness. You know, we have this truth, but we're practicing it. You know, the scriptures say, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. It says perverse, depravity, frailty, want of vigor. Check this out. When you look up this word, frailty, it says the condition of being weak and delicate, weakness in character or morals. You see that? You know, ultimately, us being in these chains of darkness, man, we're gonna be weak in character and in morals, man. Okay. You see, the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly. So not willingly, but by the reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. Right. So we're subject to vanity and hope, man. The Lord wants a good fight. The Lord wants us to. It's a beautiful story, man. You know, for us to be with the Heavenly Father. Okay. Him choose Israel. All right. Him create the elect. You know. And you know, make man. And you know, ultimately man will go off, but you know, a remnant will be saved, and we'll be saved from captivity and from, you know, our enemies, okay, the white man, and you know, ultimately this body, okay. So yeah, man, you know, we're weak and delicate, but at the same time, man, you know, it's part of the plan. You know, we have hope, okay. Let's go back to Romans 7:21. It says, for I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man. You see. So it's the inward man, man, the spiritual man that we hope to grow, you know, we hope to perfect. But I see another law in my members warring against the law of my mind. Right? There's another law in our body, man, especially in our mind. Okay, because the battles it's within your mind. You have to be strong in your mind to resist evil and to resist Satan and to be faithful and strong in this knowledge. It says, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. Right? The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay. If you don't have a strong mind, you're going to succumb to the flesh. Let me get this. This is Mark 14:38. It says, watch ye and pray. Right? You have to continue to watch. Watch the prophecies. You know, watch the apostles. Watch the brothers. Videos. Okay? Pray. It says, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. Right? You're truly ready to do right, but your flesh is ultimately, it's weak, man. That's why you have to watch and pray and be spiritual, man, and always keep, you know what I'm saying, this truth, okay? Lest you enter into temptation, okay? What do we read in Sirach, the second chapter? My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. What is temptation?
Strong's G 3986. Pyrasmas. Pyrasmas.
Right, internal temptation to sin. What do we read? We said we had a law. You know, there was a law in our members that are bringing us into captivity to sin. Okay, because it's in your mind. You know, this battle starts in your mind. Okay, and if you don't, you know, fight that, you know what I'm saying, your body could prevail, and you could be overcome, and you could sin and perish. An experiment, trial. It says attempt, trial, proving. A trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, constancy. Right, the Lord's looking at your inward man. Okay, he doesn't see as men see. All right, he's gonna look at, you know, the fidelity, the integrity, the virtue. All right, and how constant you are. It says of the temptation by which the devil sought to divert Yahawashi the Messiah from his divine errand. Right, Satan, you know, might try to divert you from your divine errand, man, and your divine your your uh, your office. You know what you were set to do. Of the condition of things or a mental state by which we are enticed to sin. Right, your surroundings or your mental, you know, the internal thoughts that might entice you to sin or to lapse from the faith and holiness. Right, you know, you know. The condition of things might make you fall out the truth, man. But you got to fight all these things. Okay, you have to watch and pray, man, lest you enter into a temptation, man. And a temptation can, if it's too strong and you're not part of the elect, man, you can fall right out this truth. You know, the elect's gonna endure, man. The elect's gonna know that there's evil present, but still they're gonna know how to have that constant balance and fight through it. But I see another law in my members warring against the law of my mind, right? The spirit warreth against the flesh, okay, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members, right? Your mind, you know, it gets weak sometimes, so you fall to the flesh, man, and you sin. That's that evil being present. It says, "Oh wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?" And ultimately, we need Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi to deliver us even from our own selves, man, from our own minds, from outward circumstances, from our captivity, okay, from the poisonous air, the water, and the food, you know, and everything that's in this world. What's that scripture in the book of First John? It tells you, something to the effect that the world is we know that the world is full of sin, something to that effect. Okay? It says, "Oh wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?" You see? I'm gonna jump up. Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. Right, man. The law is spiritual, man. It's very strong in righteousness. That's why we couldn't keep it. So that's why Yahawashi ultimately told us to live by the Spirit, and not by the law, because we can't keep the law, not in this captivity, not in this body. It says, "For that which I do, I allow not." Okay, you know, that which you do, that's what you tell people not to do. You don't allow to do certain things, but yet you do it. For what I would, that do I not. What you want to do, or what you would do, I should say, you don't do. But what I hate, that do I. It's what we hate, that's what we do. You know, sometimes we're hypocrites, man. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that is good. So at least we know what we're doing is wrong, man. That shows that we agree with this truth in the gospel and the law, that brings us to righteousness. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. Yeah, so we know that, you know, it's not necessarily us. It's just that we have sin that dwells in this body. These are these chains of darkness, man. We're that Babylonian juice that we drank, and we're practicing to shed off that old man. You don't shed that old man one day to the other. It's a constant battle. It's a fight. You have to literally bury that old man. It says, "For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing." Right? There's no good thing in this body, man. This body is corrupt. If it ain't your mind, you know what I'm saying? It's your body itself. You get sick. You know. You have to fight the flesh. The flesh wants to do all manner of evil. It says, "For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not." Yeah, you have the will. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And how to perform that? Sometimes we don't know how to do it. Sometimes we don't know how to stay in order. Sometimes we don't know how to conduct ourselves. Sometimes we don't know how to speak or be quiet. Sometimes we don't know how to be a Hebrew Israelite. Sometimes, you know, we revert back to that Babylon juice, man. For the good that I would, I do not. Right, the good that I would, for the good things that you want to do, we don't do. But the evil which I would not, that I do. Right, it's you know. Sometimes we do that evil that we don't want to do. That happens. That the evil is present. Not now. If I do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. But it says here 20, but if I do what I don't want to do, I am not really the one doing wrong. It is sin living in me that does it. You see? Right. Sin dwells in us, man. It lives in us. there's a dark side of every person, man, that you have to fight. You have to ultimately recognize it and totally fight that, man, and stay spiritual. I find in a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. Right. So you could be on fire, you could be doing what you have to do, but what evil is present with you, you always have that evil in the back of your mind, man. It sucks, but it's true. And we have to keep it real, you know. Let me jump down. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? And ultimately, that's Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. It says, I thank the Most High through Yahawashi Hamashiach, our Lord. So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of the Most High, but with the flesh, the law of sin. And that's powerful coming from the Apostle Paul, who wrote more than half the New Testament. He's telling you, with his mind, hey, he serves Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, but inevitably, okay, with the flesh, the law of sin, man. Okay, and that's heavy. That doesn't just give you the right to go ahead and do what you want to do. He's just letting you know. He's comforting. He's exhorting, the body to understand, you know, that that when I would do good, evil is present with me, man. Satan is right there. I think it was the Apostle Gabar. He said it, or the Apostle Ramlam. He said it, man. You got that good angel on the right, and you got that devil on the left, man. And that's a constant fight. You know. So I pray this was edifying, man. Just something through the spirit, you know. Brothers could read the Romans 7 when they're feeling, you know what I mean, like out of the blue, you feel like you went totally off. You feel like you ain't right. Read Romans 7, man, and it's to push you and to uplift you and to continue, man, because that evil is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, if we're called, and chosen, we're gonna see through it. The Lord's gonna see us through it. Because that's the beauty of that trial, man. That's the beauty of our faith, that it be precious, man. When the Lord comes back, we be honorable, you know. So this is more like a rant, man. I was all over the place, but Lord willing, the point was made. I want to say Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Shalom.